So today we're going to be reading Caps for Sale. It's a tale of a peddler, some monkeys, and their monkey business. Told and illustrated by Esphyr Slobodkina. This is the spine. This is the title page. This is the back page. This is the cover. This is the title page. Caps for Sale. Once there was a peddler who sold caps, but he was not like an ordinary peddler, carrying his wares on his back. He carried them on top of his head. First he had his own check cap, then he had a bunch of gray caps, then a bunch of brown caps, then a bunch of blue caps, and on the very top, a bunch of red caps. He walked up and down the streets, holding himself very straight so as not to upset his caps. As he went along, he called, "Caps! Caps for sale! 50 cents a cap!" One morning, he couldn't sell any caps. He walked up the street and he walked down the street, calling, "Caps! Caps for sale! 50 cents a cap!" But nobody wanted any caps that morning. Nobody wanted even a red cap. He began to feel very hungry, but he had no money for lunch. "I think I'll go get for a walk in the country," said he. And he walked out of town slowly, so as not to upset his caps. He walked for a long time until he came to a great big tree. "That's a nice place to rest," thought he. And he sat down very slowly under the tree and leaned back little by little against the tree's trunk, so he does not disturb the caps on his head. Then he put up his hand to feel if they were very straight. First his own check cap, then the gray cap, then the brown caps, then the blue caps, then the red caps on the very top. They were all there, so he went to sleep. He slept for a long time. When he woke up, he was refreshed and rested. He looked to the right of him. No caps. He looked to the left of him. No caps. He looked in the back of him. No caps. Then he looked behind the tree. No caps. Let me show you the picture. So I'm looking. Then he looked up into the tree, and what do you think he see? On every monkey was a gray or brown or a blue or red cap. There's the monkeys with the caps. The peddler looked at the monkeys and the monkeys looked at the peddler. He didn't know what to do. Finally spoke to them. "You monkeys, you," he said, shaking his fingers. "You give me back my caps." But the monkeys only shook their fingers back at him and says, "Tss, tss, tss." See the monkeys? That made the peddler angry, so He shook both hands at them and says, "You monkeys, you give me back my caps." But the monkeys only shook their hands back at him and says, "Tss, tss, tss." Now he was quite angry. He stamped his foot and he said, "You monkeys, you give me back my caps." But the monkeys only stamped their feet and says, "Tss, tss, tss." By this time, the peddler was really very, very angry. He stamped both of his feet and shouted, "You monkeys, you! Give me back my caps." But the monkeys only stamped both their feet back at him and says, "Tss, tss, tss." At last he became so angry, peeled off his own cap, threw it on the ground, and began to walk away. He's mad. But then each monkey pulled off his cap. And all the gray caps, and all the brown caps, and all the blue caps, and all the red caps came flying down out of the tree. So the peddler picked up his caps and put them back on his head. First his check cap, then the gray caps, then the brown caps, then the blue caps, then the red caps on the very top. And slowly, he walked back to town calling, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." The end. It was a Reading Rainbow approved.